friends, I'm Ashley Morris, the owner and lead tutor at amtutors.com, where we specialize in one-on-one virtual math tutoring sessions for middle school and high school students. And in today's video, we're going to talk about compound inequalities. But we're going to talk about a special one. We're going to talk about the between ones. These are a type of and, like less than 5 and greater than 0, but we write them a little bit differently than we did in the last video where we actually said and. So we're going to talk about this in its own video just because it's a little special, so I thought it should get its own video. So like for this one, less than 5, and we have x is greater than 0. So here's 0 and here's 5. We're going to, for compound inequalities, we graph them on the same number line. So less than 5, greater than 0. And then since it's an and, we look at where do they overlap? Where are both things true? So let me get a different color. So that would be when we're at 0 and 5 and then everywhere in the middle. That's where they overlap. So that's one way to write it. A lot of times though, you'll see people write this as one inequality. So what you'll do is you'll do 0 and 5 with your x in the middle, and you use less than signs. Now you could use less than or equal to if one of them was filled in. Like let's pretend that this 5 was an equal to. So we fill that in. Then it would be like this. So it's always going to be the smaller number, a less than, maybe less than or equal to, a variable, another less than or equal to, and then the bigger. You would always write it like this. The only difference would be, is it a less than or equal to, or is it just a less than? So let's try graphing one. We've got 4 and 9, and x is in between. That's the cool thing about these, is that it tells you it's in between. So here's 4 and here's 9. We've got a closed circle on 4, and we've got an open circle on 9, equal to, right here, is this one. That's a terrible arrow. And then this one is over here. And then we shade in the middle. So what's happening is we've got a different color. Yeah. We've got x is less than 9. X is less than 9. We got that. That one's kind of easy to see. The other one's a little tricky sometimes. So another color. We've got this right here is the other one. 4 less than or equal to x. We don't usually like seeing inequalities written that way. We like having the x first. So let's flip the whole thing over. X is greater than or equal to 4. So greater than or equal to 4 is right there. We just took those two inequalities, the x is less than 9 and the x is greater than or equal to 4, and we put them together into one inequality. So that's why it works. So I want you to pause. I want you to try graphing this one. Okay, so you graphed it. So we've got -1, we've got 3. The -1 has an open circle because there's no equal. The 3 is going to have a filled in circle because it has an equal. And we're going to shade in the middle. So x was greater than -1 and x was less than or equal to 3. Those would be the two, but they put it together into one inequality. So now that we've graphed, let's solve. There's nothing really new about this. It just looks kind of funky because you've got 3 sides. You've got the left, the right, and the middle. But you do all the normal steps. Like if this wasn't here, pretend that's not there, you would add 6 and then divide by 3. That's what we're going to do. We just got to do it to all 3 sides. We're going to add 6 to all 3 sides, in quotes, -3 less than 3x less than or equal to 18. Divide everything by 3. -1 is less than x is less than or equal to 6. -1, 6. Close circle, open circle, fill in the middle. Done! Excuse me. All right, I want you to try this one, but remember to flip the sign. It's going to do something a little funky in there, but you got this. You did it, right? You tried it on your own? Okay, so we're going to subtract 1 from all of my sides. We're going to divide everything by -2. If you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to flip your signs. And this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this. It just doesn't look pretty. So we're going to flip everything around. We're going to do the 0 first. It points to the 0. It points to the x. So see how this one pointed to 0? So this one has to point to 0. This one points to the x. So this one has to point to the x. And then we've got 0 and 4. Both of these get closed circles. And then we're going to shade in the middle. So those are betweens. It is a compound inequality. It's an and compound inequality. It's just written a little different. They put it all together into one long inequality. So I hope that helps. If you have a need for some more practice, if you would like more practice, make sure you check out our Teacher Pay Teacher store. I'll put the link in the description on YouTube so you can look for that worksheet. If you need more help, please reach out, amtutors.com. We would love to be able to help you and set up a session. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, all those fun things depending on where you're watching this so that you can get notified of when we have more videos. I hope you have a great day. Bye!